Today has been an absolute day. Well, I'm Sam. I feel sick. I'm tired. But y'all don't care about that. Y'all are just here to watch me draw and talk about my drawings and stuff. So, let's get into that. Okay, so actually, this is, if I could get it playing. So, this is actually, a drawing of, some of y'all might be surprised, but, this is a My Little Pony OC. Because I recently started watching My Little Pony, and basically, I like the show. I know that it ended like a while ago, but I never really had like the time or anything to actually watch it. My friend honestly has been begging me for years, because she absolutely loves it, to watch the show, and of course during quarantine when I have absolutely nothing else to do with my life, I've watched the show, and I'm currently up to season 3, and I actually like it. It's fun, it's very cute. You know, I think I'm most interested in like the world and all the characters that are like in it, because it's interesting, you know? Like, I thought it would be like only ponies and stuff or whatever, but there's this whole world of like magic, and it's this awesome fantasy setting, and the magical creatures that they actually have are like really cool. Like, I love the changelings. Those are actually really interesting. I like those guys. They've got like griffins and minotaurs, and the dragons. Dragons are always awesome. Dragons are always amazing and the best. And like, it's not even just ponies, like even other animals talk. Like, there's the cows and stuff, and they've got donkeys. I personally do love Cranky Doodle Donkey. Best name. Yeah, Zecora is just A+. Zecora is A+ character design. I love the way she speaks, that she only speaks in rhymes and riddles. Like, that's amazing. So yeah, good show. I'm currently on season 3, like literally I'm about to start the first episode of season 3. And let's see how this goes. So this is actually, I came up with this character's kind of like a boredom kind of thing. Like, I have nothing else to do, I might as well just do this. And I'll see if I can like find the template or whatever, because I actually used a template that was like, oh, what's your birthday, what's your hair color, what's your favorite color, eye color, blah blah blah. And based on all that, it's like, this is what your pony's gonna look like, because I didn't know that much about ponies at the time, because I was only on like season 1 when I made this. But of course I've been binge watching the whole thing. I'm tired. It's only 3:30 p.m. but I am tired. And yeah, so I was on season 1, binge watching the whole thing, and like the combination that I got for this pony was actually, I have it in my phone somewhere, but it's like orangey colors. Thank you, my dear cat, for scratching my screen while I'm talking. Anyway, it's like orangey colors for like the fur, skin, whatever you want to call it. Purple for the mane, because that's like, I forget if that was my favorite color or my hair color. Either way, I mean, my hair is purple, her hair is purple. What are you gonna do? This actually, surprisingly, this one actually isn't my pony Sona. I actually made a pony Sona before I started watching the show, just for goofs and to make my friend happy. Because why not? Why not? Just have fun. Do whatever you want. Have fun. Don't let anybody stop you. Anyway, I actually do have a pony Sona. This is not my pony Sona, so you're probably gonna see her in a bit once I finish this, the pants you know, the extra clothing. So her whole personality is that she's like sleepy all the time. So like, like that sounds weird to say that her personality is sleepy, but she's like asleep all the time. I guess you might want to call it narcoleptic or something like that, because like my whole idea for her was that she like fell asleep at random times and whatever, you know, as like a comedy thing. So, you know, that was like my idea, but she's like also kind of cool-ish, you know, like cool looking, kind of cool speaking. Like I've heard, like I'm sure y'all have this idea in your head about like what Californians are like, you know, the super chill, like, oh dude, that's awesome and whatever, amazing, blah blah blah. You know, that idea, that's basically like my idea for her. Kind of like a chill Californian who constantly falls asleep all the time. And oh, Jesus, my cat's swatting at my wires here. Okay, that's great. So she's like a chill Californian. Her pajama choice here as like a human is honestly the only reason I ever drew this, and I was talking to my friend as I was drawing this. The only reason I drew her pajamas like that is strictly because I'm absolutely gay, and this was just where my mind went. This is just the kind of idea that my mind had, because I'm a huge, useless lesbian. Anyway, I wanted her to have, like, darker skin in her human form because I thought it would look nice. Like, with the color combinations and everything, like, I felt like the brighter and softer colors would go good with, you know, a darker skin tone. So that's what I decided for her, and honestly, I am in love with this character. Like, you know, you made a good character when you really have, like, an emotion for them. When you look at them and you're like, yeah, I made that. That's it's like, yeah, that's my kid. That's my kid. I made them, you know? I made them and I love them with my whole heart. Because that's how you know you made a good character. Which is honestly weird for me to say about My Little Pony. Because I've never watched My Little Pony when it was running, and I honestly did refuse to watch it because I had no interest. And I honestly still had no interest when I started watching it. But then I became interested because I had nothing to do. And now here I am in pony horse hell. And now I'm stuck here and I can't get out. So, her name is actually Pastel Dream, because that's definitely a super clever name for a pony that has pastel colored hair and fur and everything and likes to sleep, you know? Pastel Dream. So creative. And this one actually, I know this video is like 15 minutes long, 15 something maybe, because it would be weird to try and fast forward this too much, because this honestly took me an hour to draw, and I did not realize that it took me an hour to draw, and that I was actually drawing that fast. Because, listen, y'all don't want to rush, you know, it's better if you take your time on art and everything, you know. If you want it to, like, look good, I know that some people tell you, like, oh, you need to be fast, you need to do the fastest whatever, because fast work equals, like, more money, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, that's cool and all, but sometimes if you work a little too fast, you can sacrifice on quality and stuff like that. So I like to take my time and, like, stretch my drawings and stuff out by, like, hours. So, sketch, you know, for 1 hour, line for 1 hour, color for 1 hour, you know, make sure everything is good and, you know, looks good and that you feel good about it. This line, I do see that there are, like, some areas that, you know, probably could use a little work, like probably the hands and stuff. I'm not really the proudest of the hands, but like I said, I worked on this in like 1 hour, and there you go, you saw a flash of Pastel in horse form. There she is. But yeah, I did this in an hour. You can probably tell that I did this in an hour because some of the lines are not the cleanest. And, you know, it's okay. You know, sometimes you just accidentally draw fast, you know, without even realizing it. You know, sometimes you just get into the mood. So, yeah, Pastel is actually a unicorn. She's a whole unicorn. I don't know why I said a whole unicorn, as if there's like something like a half unicorn. I guess, does that count as an alicorn? The half unicorn? Because they're like half Pegasus, half unicorn. Does that count as anything, or are they just whole alicorn? Great, this is the things that I'm thinking about. And that's her cutie mark. I wanted it to be, this was actually inspired by the lyrics for the end song for Sailor Moon Crystal, when Princess Serena and Endymion are running, you know, on the moon through like all the water and everything, and there's this one scene where there's like a waterfall and you can see a rainbow over it, and it mentions that it's a moonbow because, you know, it's nighttime, and a moonbow is basically a rainbow that happens at night, where instead of light being reflected from the sun, it actually gets reflected from the moon and creates a rainbow. So Pastel, you know, rainbows because rainbows are cute and, you know, unicorn-esque. I wanted to put the moon because she sleeps a lot, and I put the clouds, you know, there, you know, for something for the rainbow to sit on. So, you know, her name is Pastel Dream, and that's her whole cutie mark. She actually wears a mask all the time, well, almost all the time, in pony form. Because, you know, she's got to be ready to sleep at all times. And she also has, you're gonna see, I'm gonna put on eye makeup on the human version too. Pastel actually wears eye makeup constantly and always makes sure to check it's perfect and awesome looking, because she needs to look great even when she sleeps, because people are gonna see her sleep when she sleeps on the job, when she sleeps at work or like in public or whatever, because she just falls asleep at random times. And yeah. And I actually didn't expect the colors to match so well, because it was just kind of like a mishmash of like different things. So it was like oranges and reds for like the fur color, and purple and pink for the hair, and the purple for the eyes and everything. And I was like, wow, this is like a really weird mix of colors. So instead of having them like super saturated and everything, I was like, if I dull them down a little bit, make them softer and, you know, like all pastel colors instead of the bright colors that I originally had in mind, I think they would probably work together, and they did. All the pinks and oranges, since they're a lot softer now, they blend in much better together, which I honestly think looks amazing, and I'm very proud of myself for that. And I'm very proud of myself for this character. And like I said, the softer colors match so well with her darker skin tone, because that's a much brighter, more saturated color. So that's why I chose that skin tone. And also because I just like drawing POC characters, because POC characters are good. POC characters are great. Black Lives Matter. Boom, there goes the segue. Or something, I guess. That was terrible. But still, I stand by my statement. And, yeah. I did simple eyes, because why not? Can y'all tell that I have no script for this? Can you? Can you tell that I have no script for this? I'm terrible at writing scripts, so I just, you know, play the video and talk while it's playing, and talk about what I observe. And, I mean, pretty much that's the whole drawing of Pastel. You know, as a human, if you guys want, I could probably, show some of my pony drawings of Pastel. I actually started an Ask blog for her, which I'll probably link in the description. but I started an Ask blog for her, and I've actually I've started getting a consistent pony style in my own art style, which I think looks good. So if y'all want to see me draw a horse pastel, just hit me up in the comments, or on Tumblr when I link that blog, And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please remember, like this video, subscribe, or just do what you want. I'm not forcing you to do anything. Check out my Patreon if you want, because whenever I upload these videos, I always upload the video a day earlier to my Patreon for $5 patrons. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and have a good day. Bye!